I'm going to show you how to design a boat using lofting and slicing. Alright, the first step is just like the last one, we're going to start with a cross section, but it's going to look a little bit different. We're still going to have a center line over which we can mirror things, and that's still going to be about 12 inches tall to start out. Then we're going to create instead a curvy line to make the sides. And I'm going to do something like that. There is a lot we could talk about at this stage for how to make this a stable boat or a fast boat or a so many other design considerations that could come into it. But I'm just going to keep it simple this time. We're going to make something like that. Mirror it across the center line and click OK. And make sure this center line here is hit X on your keyboard to make it a dotted line. It would be interesting to know how far apart this sides are. 26 inches is a little big, so I'm going to bring this in a little bit to give it not quite such a wide format here. Okay, finish sketch. Now at this point, if I were really going to build this boat, I would definitely make another cross section or two to have more control over the form. But I want to show you the basics of the process now. So, that was the wrong button. I'm going to create a sketch now in the lengthwise longitudinal plane. And I'm going to draw the curvature for the bottom and the curvature for the top. So first of all, I'm going to go to create and point. Oh, where is it? Create point. And just drop a point out here and drop a point out here. Then I'm going to dimension these points to get some sort of bearing on how long this thing is. And probably want those to be, for my purposes, maybe 6 feet. We'll make a 12-foot boat this time. Oop, that's 6 inches. 6 feet. And let's also make the back out there 7 feet for reasons I could talk about later. Okay. Now we're going to draw some curves here. Now this curve needs to start at this point. Needs to have some control to it. Needs to cross exactly through your plane. So it needs to go right through that point. And then it needs to have some control to it out here. And then end at the back. And, oh, why did it do that? Let's do it again. That's what I don't want it to do. Why did it do that? There we go. Okay. Now I could adjust these things in many ways. One way is with the handles to make them sharper or more broad. Like so. And really what you want to look at here is that you don't want any reverse rocker in this boat. You want a continuous curve all the way through. So you could really zoom in and kind of see what happens throughout the course of this curve. Alrighty, I'll do the finished sketch. And for a strange reason that might become apparent, I'm going to do a different sketch for the other one. So I'm going to start a sketch on the plane again. Start a sketch right here. And then I'm going to draw the top curve. And this one can be really simple or really complicated. P for project include to include the same point from before. And P for project include to get the top as well. Alright, now we've got that. I'm going to connect these with a curve. 1, 2, 3. And now I've got my two curves right here. So I'm going to now loft these points. So I'm going to go to Finish Sketch, Create, and Loft. So once we get in here, we can go to, you add your profiles. So our profiles are going to start with a point, and then a profile, and then another point. And you see we get this crazy pointy shape. That's not what we want. That's what rails are for. We're gonna add rails to this. I'm gonna put on this rail on the bottom and this rail on the top. And then you can see you have quite a bit of control over the shape, and you get a pretty cool kayak without very much effort. This will be the end of stage 1. I'll make a new video to show you how you slice it up and add and make a form you can actually work with.